Okay, in this video, I'm going to be talking about music business admin days. That's right, you need to have a music business admin day, and I'm going to take you through how I can save you hours every month doing all the annoying, boring music business admin by just setting up one day, one afternoon a month to get everything done. Are you ready? Okay, so let me talk about how I do this and why it's incredibly valuable for you. Okay, so at the beginning of every month, I have in my calendar Music Business Admin Day. Usually it's the first Monday of every month, and I set aside 4 hours for myself so that I can get the bulk of the boring business admin done. So the rest of the month, I can focus on the fun stuff, which is the content creation and connecting with my audience and my customers and actually doing the work that I love. And I want you to be able to spend the bulk of your time focusing on the creativity and the rehearsals and the gigging and the connecting with your fans, not paying your bills or doing a spreadsheet or tracking your numbers. That's not something you want to be doing every day. I want you to do it in a small group of hours once a month and get it done and dusted and out of the way. And if you would like to learn how to do that, I'm getting ready to tell you how. All right, I've got 3 tips for you around a music business admin day. But before we do that, let me give you a couple of stats. I read somewhere years ago about this 30 to 70% divide. Now, if anyone can tell me where it's from, I can't for the life of me find the actual idea, but I think it's a great idea, so let's just go with it. That in any job, there's going to be 30% of tasks or responsibilities that are going to be the things that you just have to do. I even think that actors who have so much fun making films, that might be the really fun part, but then they have to sit and answer the same questions at a press junket to 100 different interviewers. Maybe that's part of the 30% of the things that they just have to do for their job. But then there's 70% that they love doing, that brings them life, that they're really excited about. Now, it's going to be the same for you. Hopefully 70% of what you do for your music career is the fun stuff, the writing and the gigging and the connecting. Then there's going to be 30% of your time that you need to spend on some of the boring, mundane, admin-y type of things that actually equal a proper career and a proper life. Now, the story about this 30-70 is that if the ratio changes any more than 30 to 70, then you start to get a little bit out of whack. So if it becomes 35 and 65 or 40 and 60 or 50 and 50, then you're not going to stay in that job very long because there's not enough giving you life and getting you excited and really getting your juices flowing. And there's too much of the boring stuff that you don't love to do. The reason I'm telling you that is I want you to know that in any job you have, there's going to be boring stuff that you don't love that you just have to do and suck it up and do it. That's kind of being an adult. You've got to clean the toilet at some point. You've got to do your laundry. You've got to go to your accountant and get your tax done. It's not sexy stuff about life, but it's just real adulting responsibility stuff that makes the rest of your life go round. If you do your taxes properly, you don't get arrested. You don't have to pay a big fine, and you can enjoy the spoils of your working life and spend the rest of your money. And you get what I mean. All right, enough of that boring stuff. Let's dive into the 3 things that you need to do to get your music business admin day happening. Number 1, I want you to book in a regular time. Get out your phone and book in your calendar a monthly event. I recommend the same day every month. So for me, it's usually the first Monday of the month, and I set aside 3 to 4 hours to do it. That's right. I book it in my calendar so I know and everybody else knows I'm busy at this time. If you don't book it in, you'll forget to do it. It's just how it goes. I've seen it again and again. I challenge you right now to get out your calendar and for the rest of the year to book in Music Business Admin Day every month for the rest of the year. Then, number 2, once you've booked that, I want you to make it fun. I don't want you to go and sit in a dark corner that's cold and uninspiring. I want you to go to a cafe or take yourself out to your favorite restaurant or go to a pub and have a Parma in a pot and enjoy. Make what is a little bit boring, make it enjoyable. I'm partial to coffee and cheesecake or an almond croissant, flat white almond croissant. on. I could go for a couple of hours in a nice cafe with music playing, and it makes doing the boring stuff a lot more enjoyable. That's the second tip. All right, the third tip for your music business admin day is to use a checklist. And so this is the same checklist that you're going to use for every month. And on it, you're going to have things like submit your performance reports to your PRO, register any new songs that you've written or released with your PRO, follow up on all of your outstanding emails, reply to all your emails, do your income and expenses, track your numbers, write your emails for the month, respond to all your outstanding messages and comments on social media. Doesn't matter what it is, as long as you use the same checklist for every month. And if there's nothing to do that month, great, you just tick it off. But the great thing about using a checklist is you're not lost for what to do. It's not like you go to the cafe and you start doing it for 10 minutes, don't know what to do, read a book. That's a bit of a waste of your music business admin time. So let me recap those for you. Number one is to set a regular time every month. Put it in your calendar right now. Number two is to make it fun. Go to a cafe or a restaurant or a pub and make it enjoyable. Have something nice to eat. Be in a nice space that is enjoyable for you. And then you're going to be more interested in actually doing it than you are now. And number three is to use a checklist so you know what you need to do every month. Now, guess what? I have a checklist available for you. All you have to do is pop your name and details in the link below, and I will send you the very checklist that I use, and you can customize it to make it work for you, add and remove anything that's not relevant to you and your career. And so I'm going to give you the checklist that I use because I love you. I think you're great, and I'm part of your team, so I want to support you and what you're doing. Enjoy your music business admin day. If you put it in your calendar, let me know in the comments so I can actually see when are you doing it every month. Have you chosen a cafe you're going to go to? I'd love to see you, love to connect. Make sure you reach out to me on socials and click on the button to subscribe if you're loving this content. And remember, at Westwood Management, we absolutely are so excited to tell you and the world the good news that it is possible for indie artists to have a sustainable music career. There's room for you at the music table, and the best way to do that is through doing it with others. We can't wait to be on your team and connect with you, and I'll catch you soon.